just take us through 90 minutes.
Yeah, tough 90 minutes, but we knew it was going to be. 3 days ago we played the derby under immense pressure. Players had to put in a massive shift, especially after being 1-0 down. So coming to a game like this 3 days later was always going to be a tough ask. So we needed to come up with a solid plan in terms of how we were going to deal with the speed that Chiefs possess, considering the fact that we only played 3 days ago, and from our last experience against TS Galaxy, we started to feel the effort that we put in against Amazulu around about the 30th, 35th minute, and legs started going very, very early in the game. So we decided this game to make a few changes, just to bring in some freshness. We also decided that because this is a counter football team, the way they play, they look to purely hit you on the counter, the ball in behind you. And if you're not set for it, you're going to struggle because the front three are lightning. So we chose this game to rather protect the space in behind, not give them the ability to play with speed. And I think the first half we frustrated them. As the game went on, they grew more and more frustrated because they weren't getting as many opportunities to break us down in behind. And that frustration grew, so half-time I made the choice to bring back some of the guys that have been performing really well for us in the past, who I know who can give us that injection of pace on the counter. And we managed to do that. We got the goal, and then we had to work extremely hard defensively against them, dealing with the long balls. But I think Darren had to make one very good save from a set piece. But other than that, there wasn't really a threat presented by them. So a massive shift from the team today. It was about the team, not the individuals. Everybody had to put in a shift. The guys I took off at 45 minutes, put in the shift, gave me everything they had. Very proud of them. And then the guys who came in also made sure that we came here and collected all 3 points. So very, very happy for the team.
Thank you, Coach. Straight away, members of the media, about 12 minutes. I'm sure it is good content. If you ask a question and the name of your publication and your name as well, straight to the question. Let's go for it. There's one there, Kathy.
Coach, congratulations on the win and 3 points. Talk to us, maybe, Coach, about Mayo. Is starting to find that form again of last season. Has there been a change in attitude? What have you seen from him in training?
Yeah, I think his work ethic has improved immensely. He's not reactive, which was his problem in the first couple of games this season. He was very reactive to what was happening around him. Now he's more active. He's more sharp. He's more aware of where he should be going and the spaces he should be looking to occupy. He's gambling a little bit more, So I think that's the important thing, is that his work ethic has got back to what it was before.
Joseph from Sports. Congratulations, Coach, on this victory. Having played a taxing match in the derby, the way you had to come back and win it after trailing 1-0 at some stage, and coming into this one, the recovery plan that you had, and keeping your players fresh, because in the first half, I thought you played most of it without the ball, but you managed to play without the ball when Chiefs was actually on top of you. And what was it that you looked at and said, this is what's going to work for us? Because they were playing long balls at some stage. But
yeah, I think the obvious thing, we obviously watched them in recent games. We obviously assessed our game against them in the MTN8 and how they hurt us. We are a pressing team. That's what we always do. We press teams. We're not afraid to go at teams. but as you stated, we just played. And for me, the fear factor was that, the amount of pressure that psychologically that the players have been put under, there would be a drop in this game, and that would only be normal. You would expect that drop to happen. So I've never been a person who's makes massive changes to my starting lineup. This time I did. I made 4. And from our analysis was, how did they hurt us? They hit us on the counter. What is their biggest weapon? The speed that they possess. So for me, logically it made sense considering the fact that we will have fatigue in our legs. So let's not press them, because by pressing them, we're just going to increase that fatigue. So rather drop off. Don't give them the space in behind. Protect the space in behind. And second half, we can bring on fresh legs. The longer the game goes on 0-0, the more frustrated they're going to grow, the more frustrated the crowd is going to get at them. And then we're going to get our opportunities. And so that was the logic that I applied.
Thank you. I think we going fast to the end, Coach. Thank you. Lawrence?
Coach Lorenzo from the Times. In a couple of other games this season, played much better and come on the losing side. So you obviously must be pleased by the game plan and working to perfection, like you said. But obviously, if Kutumela and Mayo start hitting their scoring boots this season, you're probably going to be in a much better position, because that's obviously going to result to wins. So are you excited about the prospect of them finally finding some rhythm and form?
Yeah, obviously, as I said, the work ethic that Mayo's now has, as a team we'll benefit and he'll benefit. And then Kutu, he got thrown a little bit in the deep end, in all honesty, coming to us. Having spoken to him, 30 minutes in pre-season is the only game time that he had the whole of pre-season. So to get him to the level that I know he needs to be at in terms of his fitness, that would take a little bit of time. We had the 2-week break, and there we actually pushed him extremely hard. We played him against Stellenbosch in a friendly. And then we had a league match, against Amazulu. He wasn't great. Against Galaxy, he also struggled. But I think that was also fatigue. It's almost like he had another pre-season. So there was still fatigue in his legs. But now you're starting to see the Kutumela of old coming out. And the fitter he gets, the better he will get. So, I think we still got a lot to see from him.
Last question, I think.
Okay, Coach Franz Morake, Whitley. Coach, you seem to have the better of your plans against Chiefs centered around the middle field. Would you rate this as one of the better performances from your team in terms of the middle field setup?
Well, today the midfield had to work extremely hard, purely because of the way we set ourselves up. We played with the 3 midfielders, and they had to be pressing out wide onto Dove, Castillo, Mart, Sitebe. So they had a lot of work to do. And Bina, again, he amazes me how he manages to get through another 90 minutes. Tabo Nodada also, but they both extremely hard-working, good professional players. And they done the job extremely well. You could see Tabo starting to fatigue in the second half. Hence the fact we dropped Mark van Eden and we brought Tato Mokeke just to strengthen that midfield again. So I'm very, very proud of what the boys did through the middle there. Even Tahir Goedeman, it's not his strength defensive duties, but today he had to work, and like I said, today wasn't about the pretty football. Because we played 3 days ago, I know exactly how my team felt and how my players felt. So coming into this game was all about working hard as a group, as a team, ensuring we don't give anything away, which we didn't.
Members of the media, if that's all from your side, we'll give you a last chance, please. There's a mic there, please. We've got a minute for the last question, Coach.
Good, good night, Coach. My name is Silvan Bisowete. Tonight's victory was your 12th victory against Chiefs. The team that you've beaten the most in South Africa. Maybe your reaction to that?
I didn't even know. I didn't even know. You know, me as a coach, I plan to win every game that I play, irrespective of who they are. You know, the fact that I have a good record against Chiefs, it bodes well for my CV, I guess. I don't know.
On that light note, thank you, Coach. I think you've got a burning question. We'll allow it.
Definitely not burning, but yeah, a musket of power.
Now you've got a minute, so
Coach,
stay with it.
yes, Coach, the game plan, because there were a bit of stray passes, not just from yourself, from Kaizer Chiefs as well. When you look at the game against Cape Town Spurs, is the demand to win, or because it doesn't get easy? It's always you always need results. Is the demand making it a bit difficult to try and play the kind of football maybe you want to play, where you have to focus mainly on just trying to get results, big results such as this one and in the derby?
I think yes and no. You know, as I stated before, the fact that we played 3 days ago forced me to play this brand of football because of the fatigue. People don't understand. They think they're machines, these players, but they're not machines. You know, sometimes I wonder how we schedule fixtures, and it's not a level playing field because Chiefs didn't play 3 days ago. You know, and I understand, teams that perform in Champions League and then on weekends they play league, but we will have situations where we'll have a cup on a weekend, no games are allowed to take place, and then you're playing on a Wednesday, and then a Saturday, and then again on a Tuesday, so it becomes a lot of pressure on the players and us as coaching staff, because we are looked at in terms of results. They don't say, oh, you played pretty football. What did you do? Did you win or lose, coach? That's how we get judged. As much as we would like to play pretty football, we know for a fact that's how we are judged.
Yours will be a sprint question because it's within the last minute of the allocated time.
Okay, cool. Coach, after the Ikapa Derby, your former colleague, was shown the door. Is that a reminder of, how quickly things can change? Not so long ago, you brought the team up, and now.
Definitely. Football's a cruel game. You're only as good as your last game. That's a fact. Sean done a fantastic job, got them promoted back to the PSL, and was unfortunate, not to get the results. This is how football is. It's happened to me now the last 3 seasons. Poor start, pressure. You get a win, changes everything. So we understand it as coaches. It's part and parcel of our jobs nowadays. The expectation and the demand is a lot higher. As much as we also say the fans is, for some of the fans, it's not because they love their club. Some of it's because they've now been putting money on their club to win hard-earned money. So the anger stems even further. So this is no longer a game. This is a business. And I think that, that's just the harsh reality.
Coach, thank you. All the best going to Richards Bay in your next game. Congratulations. Have a good night.
Thank you.